Okay, guys, I got another welder today. We're doing a real quick unboxing. I pre-unboxed everything. This is a the Riland R-I-L-A-N-D Riland. This is the MIG 205DS. So this is a gas MIG, a flux core. Now let me turn this thing on for you. So it's digital display. It's multifunction. It does do stick. It has your stick holder here, stick clamp here. It's capable of TIG and capable of spool gun. It has those settings in it. It comes with an adapter to get from the 110 volt to 220 volt. So if you want to get the higher amperage side of it, you can use that. It does come also with your gas line to run your 75-20 or 25 or your 100% CO2, depending on what you're welding. It has a TIG or a MIG torch with it. It's actually a nice looking TIG torch, has a decent strain relief on here, which is nice. Trigger is nice. It does also have the for when you're feeding new MIG wire to it, the MIG let's see here, so the way the motor works, I want to show you this anyways. This is a little bit nicer than some of the import welders. Some of them have you unlatch this, you open that, you do like this little like 1/3 of a turn and you pull. This is actually threaded on, which is what I consider a step up from the other style. So that has a nut in there. There's your feed wheel. So it has a smooth feed wheel there. And then it has the grooved one here for flux core. It does come with that. And it comes with a 0.8 millimeter and a 1.0. So you have a couple options there. But that's a thread on, right, like that. So you feed your wire through, bring that down, bring this over. This does have graduations on it, so you can rotate this nut down and apply more or less tension. It is set up for a 10-pound spool. So this comes off, 10-pound spool goes on. You can remove this if you want to run 2-pound or 1-pound spools. You can take this off, pull the adapter, and it goes down to the standard small spool for running the little ones. Personally, I like running the big ones. It is reverse threaded, as you notice. So taking it off is right hand, putting it on is left hand, right? Reverse threads. It does come with a little multi-tool for taking apart your torch. And it also has a manual, and the manual is actually really, really good. They have a diagram in here. It shows you how to install your wire, how to use your feed motor, your various modes of, MIG, TIG, flux core, stick, all that, how to run your cables. What I like about the manual is all in English. The manual's printed pretty well. I read through it and I didn't see a lot of crazy problems with, like converting Chinese to English. Duty cycle on it, they tell you it's a 60% duty cycle. They don't tell you 60% at what, but both at 110 volt. Let me bring this up to you. So duty cycle 60%, 60%, both at 220 and at 110. So then I wanted to also show you something I thought was really nice. They give you an add-on chart at the back here. Appendix B, they call it. And in Appendix B, so they do give you a full wiring diagram of the machine right there. They give you troubleshooting techniques, but they give you this Appendix B, which is all of your welding settings for each of the different disciplines that it has. So you have your flux core, you have your gas MIG welding, you have your TIG welding over here. This is a continuation of this prior page here for flux core. And you also have all of your different stick types and positions and recommended settings, at least starting points to get you going. Right. So notice that they do also call out 60-10 in here. So not all welders are super successful pushing 60-10, but as you see right here, they got 60-10, 60-11 vertical. Of course, 70-18 and a lot of these other ones are pretty easy for almost any welder, but 60-10 is one that's a challenge sometimes for even better welders. So the manual overall, the manual's one of the better manuals. One thing that you do find with almost all of the import welders, one of the cost savings areas, this is not bad for an import welder. There are worse ones out there. This one actually has the copper contacts with the copper strap tying the two. Some have steel contacts, some have no strap on them. This one does. Wire size on this is a 1x25. Again, I've said in other videos, I'm not really big into knowledge on metric wire standards. The power cable on here is a 300 volt rated cable. One thing that I recommend that you do, go find your local welding shop, go to Amazon, do whatever. Get yourself a good clamp. So the difference is this is like a $20 clamp from my local welding shop. This is a 300 amp rated. Doesn't matter if the machine doesn't put out 300. It'll only put out what it puts out. But one of the big things, much heavier spring than these. This is almost like a workout. Also, when you're trying to get around parts, you can get around larger parts with the 300 amp clamps. Sometimes that's a limitation. Sometimes it's not a big deal to you. These clamps are just much firmer gripping, just a better overall clamp. They make better than this. This one right here is made by Technoweld USA, called the Arc Star 300 amp ground clamp. Also, most all of these inexpensive imported welders, you can find kits like this on Amazon from various sources. This one is it's called an AK-15 MIG gun contact tip kit. You could buy these for just a few bucks on Amazon. I already tested. It fits this one, and it fits almost every one I have in a stack over here. So that's something good to know, that they are pretty much all universal. They don't have thread on. They have, slide on, slide off. Contact tips, they're all the shorter style, which is what most of these kits come with. It is set up for gas. It will run gasless, as I said. That's it for the initial look. I'm going to do another video and show the display and the settings, and that'll be that.